Ninamani. Hi everyone and welcome to the 2021 Australian Institute of Landscape Architects South Australian Awards. My name is Daniel Bennett, your AILA South Australian President, and this is the fabulous Chloe Organ. G'day Chloe.
Ninamani, thanks for having me, Daniel.
Great to have you. Chloe is our Sailor Fresh co-leader and awards jury member this year. We're also very proud to be your host for the awards this year. But first things first, I hope you're all comfortable and have a suitably and locally sourced beverage of your choice, topped up and ready to go, and maybe a top up a bit later as well. We are very privileged to be filming here on Kaurna land in and around the stunning Adelaide Botanic Gardens, and we hope you enjoy exploring the setting with us. We have a very, very special welcome to country this year by Paul Minicha Hertzig with Tamaroo from Deadly Mob, proud Kaurna and Narungga man. For those of you who don't know Paul, and most of you do, he is a Kaurna Nuttajeri man from South Australia and a multi-award winning contemporary Aboriginal landscape architect. He is a public and visual artist with a strong focus on Aboriginal people, culture, art and country, which is evident in many of his projects. He was also the recipient of the 2020 SA President's Award last year. I will now hand you over to Paul and Tamaroo.
On behalf of my Apical ancestor, Nellie Ramanyamran, a Kaurna woman at the time of the colonisation of Adelaide, I welcome you to Kaurna country in the native tongue of the Kaurna people. As a proud Kaurna Nuttajeri man, I'll do this in the spirit of reconciliation. Namani, Nanari Pulmanacha Herzic, Mary Junka, Kaurna Miana. Mani Nabudni, Kaurna Yatana, Bumpa Babalio Tandan Younger, Nadlo Tempathy, Natalia. What I said was, hello, how are you? I hope you're all good. My name is Paul Manacha Herzic. On behalf of the Kaurna people, I welcome you to Kaurna country, and in particular, Tarnanyanga, place of the red kangaroo. Natalia.
Natalia, Marlene Borney. Natalia, Nyakantalia. Marlene Borney. Natalia, Nyakantalia. Yeah, let's hold this together.
What a wonderful welcome to country. We are so privileged to have Paul Hertzig and Tamaroo involved this year. And as Tamaroo said to me recently, it's not about walking in front of me or me walking in front of you. Let's walk side by side and make things better. I would also like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the Kaurna land on which we meet today, here in the beautiful Botanic Gardens, and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. It is NAIDOC week this week, between the 4th and 11th of July, and so many special and interesting events that are on across South Australia. So get involved and seek first to understand. Let's ask those questions we want to ask and let's make meaningful progress. 2021 has proven to be another unique and challenging year for so many reasons. Last year, we came to you live from a COVID-safe studio during the height of the pandemic across Australia. Nearly 52 weeks later, and the little virus is still impacting life right around the globe. So this year we're not live, so hopefully we're still all able to get together and share what is so great about our humble profession and celebrate resilience, tenacity and excellence in landscape architecture. The theme this year, like every year in our awards, is how creative and inspiring creating great places is for all of us. We were told by Environment Minister David Spears to go forth and green Adelaide, and I am proud that we continue to do that. There is so much more to do, and tonight's entrants and winners prove we are leaders in greening this great state of ours. So, thanks for joining us. Enough from me for now, whilst I make some very important thank yous. Without our partners, none of this is possible. I would like to acknowledge our VIPs and special guests who have either contributed to the celebrations or are watching from around the country. This includes the Honourable Stephen Marshall MP, Premier of South Australia, the Honourable David Spears, Minister for Environment and Water, the Honourable Stephen Wade, Minister for Health and Wellbeing, Paul Hertzig, proud Kaurna and Nuttajeri man, Tamaroo from the Deadly Mob, proud Kaurna and Narungga man, Brenton Greer, Department of Environment and Water and Green Adelaide, Kirstine Mackay, our Government Architect, Sally Smith from the Attorney General's Department and Plan SA, Professor Katina Danisi from Wellbeing SA, Claudia Galicki, also from Wellbeing SA, Fran Stroppen from the Department for Environment and Water in Green Adelaide, Dr. Tana Petman, formerly from Wellbeing SA, great friend of AILA's, Professor Alan Peters from the University of Adelaide, Catherine Barsh from the University of Adelaide School of Architecture and Built Environment, our AILA board members, our interstate guests, and many of our wonderful industry partners. A very special thank you to the Botanic Gardens of South Australia for providing this beautiful backdrop for the production and for making it possible to incorporate nature in a very unique way.
This evening would not have been possible without our national and local partners and their ongoing assistance to support the continued growth of the Institute. We are so grateful for their involvement with AILA. Thank you to our supporting corporate partners watching this evening: ACO, Lawn Solutions Australia, Street Furniture Australia, Christie, Built Environment Channel, and finally Marsh. Thank you.
We can't do any of this without our major partners. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the Office for Design and Architecture South Australia, a supporter of the AILA SA Reconciliation Initiatives, and Buckford Illumination Group. Both of these are important state major partners for AILA SA. Thank you also to our state supporting partners, and this includes Carey Gully Sandstone, Heine's Wholesale Nursery, Eco Dynamics, SA Water, and Jeffries. A very special mention to our wonderful AILA SA award partners for tonight, including our major award partner, the Government of South Australia, through Wellbeing SA in Green Adelaide, Department for Environment and Water, and that's through the Healthy Parks, Healthy People SA initiative. Thanks also to our state category partners, including the Office for Design and Architecture South Australia, Buckford Illumination Group, Carey Gully Sandstone, Jeffries, Heine's Wholesale Nursery, and the University of Adelaide. Thank you to many of our partners who have joined practices across Adelaide and South Australia this evening to watch the awards. Without your support, we could not achieve what we do here in South Australia. Thank you. I now have the privilege of announcing the 2021 President's Award. The State President may offer awards to individuals or organisations to recognise a special contribution by that person or body to the profession of landscape architecture. The President's Award provides an opportunity for professional recognition of contribution or achievement separate to the projects submitted in the core program. The award acknowledges, celebrates and recognises the level of commitment to get on with action on climate change and biodiversity loss, as well as placing social outcomes above other measures. Now, more than ever, it's critical we look forward to greater influence being brought upon the agencies delivering our new and infill suburbs through the collaboration with public and private sector landscape architects and urban design professionals. I'm proud to announce the winner of the 2021 AILA SA President's Award for their outstanding commitment to addressing climate change is the City of Onkaparinga. Congratulations. As one of Adelaide's larger councils, the City of Onkaparinga has taken on this challenge by proactively initiating strategic landscape and urban design initiatives to deliver quality outcomes for communities through direct influence and advocacy on statutory processes and operational delivery. The Aldinga Framework Plan identifies key urban design principles which respond to the unique attributes of the landscape, the prominent views of the Wallunga Escarpment and the critical interface with the surrounding McLaren Vale Character Preservation District. The Suburb Improvement Program integrates the Index of Relative Socio-Economic Disadvantage into the program criteria, alongside tree canopy cover and urban heat island effect data. This fundamental shift to the delivery of the Street Tree Master Plan or planting program ensures a prioritisation of areas of social disadvantage. This is a seismic shift in shaping our streetscapes for everyone. The 2021 AILA SA President Award is pleased to recognise, celebrate and encourage all local and state authorities to look to the significance of the City of Onkaparinga's progressive endeavours as exemplars to the practice of landscape architecture in South Australia. Quite the legacy. Congratulations to the City of Onkaparinga.
Thank you, Daniel. Congratulations to the City of Onkaparinga for receiving the 2021 President's Award, an amazing achievement. As one of the co-leaders of Sailor Fresh, it's very exciting to have been invited to co-host the awards and also be a part of the jury this year. A common thread that has continued to come up amongst fellow Fresh leaders and around the nation is the need to provide more opportunities for representation and recognition of emerging landscape architects. Here in SA, we've made the conscious decision to ensure that students and graduates are seeing themselves represented, encouraging them to dream big and get involved with the profession early. So a big thank you to AILA for actively supporting us with this. You might ask yourself why it's so important for those still earning the notches on their professional belt to be seen and praised. Well, keep in mind that those of us that may be finding landscape architecture for the first time or developing our areas of passion as we find our feet in the industry are going to be the ones living with the decisions being made now about our fragile environment. It's going to be our responsibility to problem solve and see through the big ideas to better our planet and communities in the not so distant future. We need our next generation of LAs to be confident, bold and ambitious. How better to achieve that than supporting and recognising emerging LAs who are working hard to make a positive impact. So if you're a student, a graduate or an emerging LA watching this, I can't encourage you enough to speak up, don't fear making mistakes and get involved now. And if you're someone in a position of seniority, share your knowledge, actively mentor and encourage those emerging LAs so we have a strong, educated voice supporting our profession, communities and the environment. I now have a few housekeeping matters to run through. Please top up your glasses as we're about to begin the formalities. A huge thank you to all of the practices hosting watch parties and to our members and partners watching at home and around the country. We encourage you to get social throughout the event and share photos through your networks. All details are shown on the screen. Please interact with the chat room that is part of the YouTube platform and share your wishes and congratulations throughout the event. Let us know how many people are watching with you. So let's move on so we can announce some more awards. The program continues to promote the achievements and work of landscape architects in South Australia. A big thank you to our jury chair, Janelle Arbon from the City of Onkaparinga and AILA SA Co-Vice President. Thank you also to my fellow jury members including Nick Pearson, Aspect Studios, Greg Grabasch, Brave and Curious, Tara Graham-Cochrane, Design World Landscape Architects, Andrew Wallace, University of South Australia, and John Byleveld, Renewal SA. The national program includes 15 award categories, along with 3 state-based awards including Healthy Parks, Healthy People SA, Future Leader, and the Heine's Wholesale Nursery People's Choice. Awards provide recognition and of exceptional practice. It is a confirmation of talent, commitment and design excellence. Awards in each category are based on a 2-tiered system, a Landscape Architecture Award and an Award of Excellence. There can be multiple Landscape Architecture Awards given in a category, but only one Award of Excellence. All of this year's winners were progressed through to the national awards, including regional winners for the first time. If you're an award recipient, please take some photos and share them on social media using the hashtag AILASA 2021 Awards to capture the moment. We will now hear more about the year's entries from our jury chair, Janelle Arbon and Daniel Bennett.
I'm sitting here with Janelle Arbon, who is chair of this year's jury. Hi Janelle.
Hi Daniel.
I want to ask you a few questions about this year's awards and perhaps your reflections on the jury process and what you've seen. And I wanted to start with, it has been another odd year. We haven't been able to travel and perhaps the exchange of ideas has now been online and not physical. And as Australians, we're used to travelling a lot, aren't we? We're renowned for travelling around the world. And it's going to be that way for the foreseeable future. I guess with that in mind, what have we seen this year in the entrants, the nominees?
It was really interesting. So we saw one key theme that developed out of all the submissions, and it's an old school one. It's Spatu sense of place. So rather than travelling abroad, everyone's come back to the place. We saw a lot of acknowledgement of the site, acknowledgement of biodiversity, acknowledgement of the layers that really create thoughtful design. The jury noted that projects were amplifying site history, weaving in storytelling and really integrating infrastructure into the place.
Excellent.
I guess that old school idea of form follows function has been thrown out the window this year, and form follows people.
Oh, wow, that's pretty cool. I mean, that sort of leads into my second question around a response to COVID. Do you think that form following people is a really nice idea? Have you seen, did that drive the change, do you think, COVID, or do you think it's just a natural response to not being able to travel? Tell us more about that.
I think it's more of a natural response. It really came down to who are the user groups, who's using this space, how are they using this space, and why are they using this space. The COVID wasn't a big thing, but you can see it's going to be an interesting process for the next few years.
Interesting. Oh, I can't wait to see these awards, the winners. You mentioned a conversation about site histories and more reflections on that. Our connection with and to country, our acknowledgement of place, gains more importance each year, and I think we are genuinely on our road to reconciliation. Well, I hope we are. You touched on that. What did you note in regards to connection to country this year, and what can we learn?
What the jury noticed was there was a meaningful connection to country. Rather than having that piece of public art that was meant to represent culture or country, the projects were integrating, celebrating and highlighting the connection. There was projects that really looked at weaving and storytelling, projects that looked at really closely about the materials and how these materials were used in the space, and even ones that relocated project sites to fit the country and fit that sense of place. What we've learnt and should continue learning and putting into practice is that the meaningful engagement at the start of the project is so crucial. Having the traditional custodians and elders along for the ride.
Meaningful engagement. That's fantastic.
Without that engagement, we lose the sense of place.
It's a full circle, isn't it? And it's certainly what we heard this morning from Tamaroo and Paul Hertzik in our Welcome to Country. Finally, is public space still important? Do we still need to push our clients and governments to avoid the dreaded value management? Do you think projects have demonstrated their worth in spite of some economic challenges? What did you notice?
That is a real loaded question for me. My passion about public space.
Yeah.
I would reframe that and say, is public accessible spaces still important? And from the nominations this year, we can see that they are. What we can learn and what we should be striving for is pushing back against that economic driver. Economics shouldn't be taking people out of space.
Too true. Too true. Well, what an interesting conversation and so much more for us to hear about earlier. Thanks, Janelle, for chairing the event this year. Great conversation. Now I'd like to pass on to our next category, which is the Regional Achievement in Landscape Architecture.
This year's South Australian Landscape Architecture Awards are celebrating the value of green open spaces. And after the impacts of COVID-19, greening our communities is more important than ever. Landscape architects are leading the way in shaping a newfound appreciation of our public open spaces and the roles that they play in promoting health, well-being and resilience. This year's awards attracted 23 entries across 11 categories with a record number of regional projects entered. Congratulations to everyone represented in these awards. I now have the pleasure of announcing the winner for the 2021 Regional Achievement in Landscape Architecture Award. So let's take a look at the nominations for this category. Barossa Adventure Station by Bird's Eye Studios for the Barossa Council. Victor Harbour Amphitheatre by Wax Design, the City of Victor Harbour. Saltwind Garden by Oxygen at Carrickalinga. Taylor Riverfront Precinct by Jensen Plus with Renmark Paringa Council, and Tuna Polar Plaza by Jensen Plus with the City of Port Lincoln. This is a cross-category award given in recognition of landscape architecture that has made a significant difference to improving the healthy communities and/or built and natural environments of regional South Australia. This year, there are 2 winners of a Regional Achievement in Landscape Architecture Award in South Australia. The first award goes to Taylor Riverfront Precinct by Jensen Plus with the Renmark-Paringa Council.
The Taylor Riverfront Precinct has transitioned an underutilised riverfront into a much-loved community asset. The outcome of the project clearly communicated the relationship between the landscape architect, stakeholders and the local community, which has ensured this project was successful in creating a hub for people to stay, play and relax in Renmark. Congratulations to Jensen Plus with Renmark-Paringa Council.
The second award goes to Barossa Adventure Station by Birdseye Studios for the Barossa Council.
The Barossa Adventure Station succeeds in creating a transformational parkland for the Barossa Valley, which integrates play into the natural landscape, providing health and wellbeing outcomes for the Barossa Valley community. The project provides a destination for people of all ages through the creation of an engaging, interactive experience, which creates a place with a strong sense of community where people can meet, linger and have fun. Congratulations to Birdseye Studios. Thank you to the Premier for announcing our first ever regional award for AILA SA. We will now present the first of our state-based award categories. AILA SA is so delighted to be hosting the 2021 Healthy Parks, Healthy People SA Award, supported by Wellbeing SA and the Department for Environment and Water. AILA SA is committed to the ongoing work of Healthy Parks, Healthy People SA, strengthening advocacy for protecting and promoting green spaces in our communities. Thank you to all our government partners and congratulations to all the shortlisted projects. Chloe?
The 2021 Healthy Parks, Healthy People SA jury members included Professor Katina Denisi, Executive Director, Prevention and Population, Health Directorate, Wellbeing SA, Brenton Greer, Director, Green Adelaide, Department for Environment and Water, Jordana Wilson, Landscape Architect, representing Kirstine McKay, SA Government Architects, Office for Design and Architecture SA, Sally Smith, Executive Director, Planning and Land Use Services, Attorney General's Department, and Daniel Bennett, Chapter President, AILA SA. We're absolutely delighted to now introduce the Honourable Stephen Wade, MLC, Minister for Health and Wellbeing, and the Honourable David Spears, MP Minister for Environment and Water, to announce this year's winners.
It's my great pleasure to be part of the announcements for the 2021 Healthy Parks, Healthy People SA Award as part of the South Australian Landscape Architecture Awards program. So let's take a look at the shortlisted projects for this year. A Walker Place by Wax Design. The Ghana Learning Centre and Garawira Parinka, University of Adelaide Northern Campus redevelopment by Oxygen. Barossa Adventure Station by Birdseye Studios. Tonsley Forests by Oxygen. The Grove Education Centre Inclusive Play Space by Design World Landscape Architects. Suburb Improvement Program Review, Greening Onkaparinga by the City of Onkaparinga. Taylor Riverfront Precinct by Jensen Plus with Renmark-Paringa Council. Wilfred Taylor Reserve Nature Play Space by City of Onkaparinga and Peter Semple Landscape Architects. Wigley Reserve Play Space and Fitness Hub by JPE Design Studio. Living Street Program by City of Unley. The jury have awarded 2 commendations this year, and the first one goes to Wilfred Taylor Reserve Nature Play Space by City of Onkaparinga and Peter Semple Landscape Architects. The co-creation of much needed parks and green open spaces is a process that will engender positive community health and well-being, and in the case of the Wilfred Taylor Reserve, a stronger sense of place and belonging. Commendable for its inclusive process and pragmatic outcomes, the project integrates a range of often competing sports and recreational activities adjacent to a watercourse and other community facilities, creating a positive contribution to the Morphett Vale and wider community. The jury commended the process and the outcomes at the Wilfred Taylor Reserve. Congratulations to the City of Onkaparinga and Peter Semple, Landscape Architects. The second commendation goes to the Ghana Learning Circle and Garrawinga Paranunku, University of Adelaide Northern Campus, redevelopment by Oxygen. Acknowledging the importance of reconciliation and our collective connection to country, the Ghana Learning Circle is a place of reflection and inclusivity on the banks of Girawira, River Torrens, and open to all. It's a new place to learn more about the Ghana people and their special connection to country, and the fundamental design elements reinforce this aspect. Connecting with nature and building stronger communities, the project realises a special place from a former car park to a place for people to enjoy, reflect and meet. The jury commended the university's master plan and the design by Oxygen of the new place, opening up the campus with greener spaces for students, staff and visitors. Congratulations, Oxygen. I'll now hand over to Minister Spears.
Thank you, Minister Wade. I now have the honour of announcing this year's Healthy Parks, Healthy People Award. The Healthy Parks, Healthy People agenda has been developed and adopted by both the Department for Environment and Water and the Department for Health and Wellbeing as a way of challenging the traditional conservation values which have been used to manage our outdoor places and our parks, not just in South Australia but across the world. This agenda places health, well-being and social values into the management of our parks and recognises that they're places that people come to get away from the stresses of life, immerse themselves in nature to improve their mental and of course physical well-being, because getting out into our parks gives us opportunities to cycle, walk, run, climb and do a whole range of other great activities which are good for the body and good for the soul. This award recognises a built landscape architecture project that best demonstrates the 6 key principles for quality open space as detailed in the document Creating Greener Places for Healthy and Sustainable Communities. Those principles are promoting community health and well-being, connecting with nature, building stronger communities, delivering connectivity and access for all, contributing to neighbourhood character and supporting resilient neighbourhoods. And the winner of the 2021 Healthy Parks, Healthy People Award goes to the Tonsley Forest project delivered by Oxygen for Renewal SA. The Tonsley Forest project aims to give a green heart to the Tonsley Innovation Precinct. This project has transformed the former industrial site at Tonsley into a thriving innovation centre, which includes not only businesses but also a residential component. By giving this site a green heart through the Tonsley Forest project, we've created a meeting place, a place that is cooler, more climate resilient, wilder through the creation of habitat, and greener, giving it much better amenity. This is a great project and a worthy winner of the 2021 award. There's probably never been a better time than now to consider the value of our parks and outdoor places and spaces. Since COVID-19 arrived in Australia, we've seen a real surge of people wanting to get into the great outdoors, wanting to immerse themselves in nature, get into national parks, get into their local park, get into their backyard. Things are going very well on that front because people are valuing and seeking opportunities to get into our parks. I want to encourage everyone who's involved in placemaking and caring for our natural environment and creating a little bit of our natural environment in places that might otherwise not be natural, like the Tonsley Innovation Precinct. Thank you for your work. It's great work, it's critical work, it fits perfectly with the goals and aims of Minister Wade and myself and the Marshall Liberal government. So congratulations to everyone who was nominated, well done to our award winners, and I look forward to catching up soon.
I applaud everyone who entered the Healthy Parks, Healthy People Award category this year. Congratulations and well done to the winners and all of the shortlisted projects. I know the judges had a hard time doing the selection due to the high quality of entries. These awards help us to demonstrate the positive impact that the landscape industry has in connecting us to nature and green open spaces. Fostering and enabling direct and meaningful experiences with nature is transformative in many ways. For our physical and mental health, for the development of our children, for strengthening our personal relationships with family and friends, for building safer and better connected communities and neighbourhoods, for developing a strong economy, for nurturing environmental attitudes and values. In short, open to green spaces makes us happier, healthier and more prosperous. That is why the government is committed to working with the environmental sector and other key partners to improve many aspects of sustainable urban living, including biodiversity and our urban forest. The collaboration between the government, through Wellbeing SA and the Department for Environment and Water, the Australian Institute of Landscape Architects, in the Healthy Parks, Healthy People SA initiative, reinforces our shared conviction of the wellbeing benefits of green open space. Together, let's continue to create a greener, healthier and more livable South Australia. I wish you a very enjoyable awards event.
Green space does a lot to make Adelaide a better place to live. That's why we should all pay attention when it starts getting smaller. Backyards and public green space give us places to walk, ride, catch up with friends, or just take some time out. Plus, it keeps its area cooler, the air cleaner, and is home to all kinds of native plants and animals. Green means happier, healthier people, and better environments to live in. So it's a big problem if we start to lose it. With more people needing space to build, develop and live, we're losing green cover. In fact, Adelaide now has the least tree cover of any Australian capital. The solution? Keep developing our city, but hold on to the green space we have and plan new spaces for tomorrow. Because a growing Adelaide is better, greener.
The next category for this evening is Health and Education Landscapes, proudly supported by Carey Gully Sandstone. Projects in this category are constructed landscape projects in and surrounding institutional spaces, including education, health or aged care facilities. Projects in this category demonstrate how the design contributes to the usability and operation of the facility and the well-being of the user. The entries for this category include Woodcroft College ALC Outdoor Learning Area by Swanberry Penglaze, Macaulay Community School by Swanberry Penglaze, Pembroke Middle School Redevelopment by Wax Design, the Grove Education Centre Inclusive Play Space by Design Well Landscape Architects. For this category, Tara Graham-Cochrane removed herself from the deliberations due to a conflict of interest.
There are 3 winners in the Health and Education Landscapes category this evening. The first award is a Landscape Architecture Award and it goes to Macaulay Community School by Swanberry Penglaze. Macaulay Community School is an innovative project that demonstrates a consistent strategy for creating a rich palette of learning spaces, both internally and externally at the school. The resulting series of landscape neighbourhoods linked by a jetty structure, drawing on its location in Hove, provides students with environments that support different age groups, learning styles and pedagogies. Congratulations to Swanberry Penglaze. The second award in the Health and Education Landscape category is a Landscape Architecture Award and it goes to Pembroke Middle School Redevelopment by Wax Design. The Pembroke Middle School redevelopment sensitively builds on its connection to place to deliver a meaningful series of outdoor spaces that support students' learning and the amenity of the community. The landscape grows out of its location, connects the satellite building well into the main campus and provides an amenable connection of a large contemporary building into a historic suburban context. Congratulations to Wax Design. The final award in the Health and Education Landscape category is an Award of Excellence and it goes to Woodcroft College ELC Outdoor Learning Area by Swanberry Penglaze. The Woodcroft ELC outdoor education spaces exemplify how creative thinking and leadership can overcome technical and compliance challenges. This creates an engaging, relevant and deceptively simple space to enhance children's understandings of the seasons and their environment. This learning space makes important infrastructure visible and enables children to explore water and nature through self-determination and risk-taking. Congratulations once again to Swanberry Penglaze and a big thank you to Carey Gully Sandstone.
We now have the infrastructure category, proudly supported by ACO. Projects in this category are constructed landscape infrastructure projects, landscape strategies or works associated with civil infrastructure that demonstrate the successful integration of landscape values and which contribute to a future sustainability. The entries for this category are Woodcroft College ELC Outdoor Learning Area by Swanbury Penglace, Northern Connector Project by Tract.
I'm delighted to announce a Landscape Architecture Award in the Infrastructure category goes to Woodcroft College ELC Outdoor Learning Area by Swanbury Penglace. The Woodcroft College ELC Outdoor Learning Area is a project that melds the natural landscape and civil engineering solutions into a flexible teaching platform. Swanbury Penglace is to be commended for delivering an innovative design as noted by the jury. The project embraces the challenge of incorporating high volumes of water through an early learning centre as a natural looking drainage swale and dry creek bed that is woven with unique teaching opportunities. Congratulations to Swanbury Penglace. I'm also delighted to announce that we have a second Landscape Architecture Award in the Infrastructure category, and it goes to the Northern Connector Project by Tract. The Northern Connector delivers high-quality transport infrastructure with integrated urban design outcomes, which has turned what could have been just another freeway into a landmark biodiversity and environmental project. The jury commended the project team for their early leadership, integration of urban form and planting strategies to deliver an environmentally sensitive approach, adding to the ecological diversity of the project site. Congratulations to Tract and thank you to ACO for supporting this great category.
The next category for this evening is Civic Landscape, proudly supported by Christie.
At Christie, we place people at the centre of everything that we do. That's why all our products are safe, simple to use and easy to clean and maintain. Our public barbecues offer convenient, environmentally friendly outdoor activity for the entire community to enjoy. Engineered for the demands of public use, they promote healthy outdoor living and social interaction while providing the very best cooking experience.
Projects in this category are constructed urban landscape projects that are public in nature and capture and contribute to the culture and amenity of the urban environment. The entries for this category include Walker Place by Wax Design, the Ghana Learning Circle and Garawira Parinuncle University of Adelaide Northern Campus redevelopment by Oxygen.
The first award in the Civic Landscape category is a Landscape Architecture Award and it goes to Walker Place by Wax Design. The Walker Place Civic Landscape by Wax Design is a sophisticated and innovative transformation of a neglected car park space into a civic and cultural heart of Gawler. The design deconstructs the traditional notion of a car park and reconfigures the space to be people-centred, shifting the order of amenity back to the community and the local traders. Congratulations to Wax Design. I'm delighted to announce we have an Award of Excellence in the Civic Landscape category, and it goes to the Ghana Learning Circle and Garawira Parinuncle University of Adelaide Northern Campus redevelopment by Oxygen. The Ghana Learning Circle and Garawira Parinuncle represents a powerful act of reconciliation that recognises and celebrates Ghana connection to the land, to time and place. The University of Adelaide project realises 5 new interconnected spaces in the Northern Campus that are born from respectful collaboration between Ghana elders and artists and the broader university community. The Ghana Learning Circle offers a wonderfully rich place of ceremony, articulated through natural raw materials that carry forth inscribed messages of hope for a more inclusive tomorrow. Congratulations to Oxygen, and thank you to Christy for supporting this category. The next category for this evening is Parks and Open Space. Projects in this category are constructed public parks and open space or strategic open space projects that balance the demand for recreation, culture and the environment. For this category, Chloe Organ removed herself from the deliberations due to a conflict of interest. The entry for this category is Taylor Riverfront Precinct by Jensen Plus with Renmark Paringa Council. On this occasion, the jury has decided not to present an award in this category.
The next category is Play Spaces, sponsored by Street Furniture Australia. Projects in this category are constructed play spaces or strategies which promote the notion of active play and embraces the temporal elements of the play space. The entries for this category include Wilfred Taylor Reserve Nature Play Space by City of Onkaparinga and Peter Semple Landscape Architects, Wiggly Reserve Play Space and Fitness Hub by JPE Design Studio. For this category, Janelle Arbon removed herself from the deliberations due to a conflict of interest.
In the Play Spaces category, a Landscape Architecture Award goes to Wilfred Taylor Reserve Nature Play Space by the City of Onkaparinga and Peter Semple Landscape Architects. Wilfred Taylor Reserve Nature Play Space exemplifies play space design, which strengthens the community's connection to place. The design team have skillfully laid cultural storytelling, site history and education into an inclusive play space, showcasing the reserve's stunning natural environment. The jury commended the collaborative approach between Council, Peter Semple Landscape Architects and the community to deliver a project which built on the site's potential to create a reserve for everyone. Congratulations to the City of Onkaparinga and Peter Semple Landscape Architects, and thank you to Street Furniture Australia for supporting this category. Well, I hope everyone's enjoying the evening, and congratulations to all the winners so far. Top up your drinks, that's very important, while we break from the formalities for just a moment. Let's have a look around the Botanic Gardens at the wonderful diversity that's within such a small pocket of the city, but a critically important one. We have so many wonderful opportunities in the heart of the city and the parklands and within our state to escape from the busyness of life and connect with nature. We all know landscape architects play a critical role in shaping and protecting our natural places, and also connecting with country and learning from traditional custodians of the land wherever they are in the state, as we saw earlier with that wonderful welcome to country from Paul and Tamaroo. AILA has a new strategic plan which defines a very clear vision, and I encourage you to look at it and read through it and tell us what you think. We encourage you to all to embrace the opportunities and responsibilities of our profession to lead the way in creating great places to support healthy communities and a more sustainable planet. Last year we all heard Minister Spears said go forth and green, and he talked about the importance of urban greening across Adelaide and being vibrant, bold and ambitious as we green all our streets and public and private spaces. He talked about cooling, creating habitat and the quality of life in our city and the import provides. So, in response to this, we've challenged our members and partners to share a little message with you tonight, which you'll see a little bit more of in a minute. So let's all continue to green South Australia. Let's protect and enhance greening in our state, advocate for that outcome and create a better future.
Welcome to Heine's Wholesale Nursery. This is our family-owned oxygen factory.
Hi, this is Tiffany from Street Furniture Australia. Let's green South Australia together.
Hi, we're from Odessa. Let's green SA together. Hi, we're from the City of Adelaide. Let's green South Australia together.
Hi, my name's Alyssa. I've just moved to the beautiful city of Adelaide to study a Masters of Landscape Architecture. Let's green South Australia together.
Hi, we're from Janelle. Let's green South Australia together.
Hi, we're Greenhill. Let's green South Australia together.
Let's green South Australia together.
We are from outer space. Let's green South Australia together.
Hi, we're Swambury Pen Place.
Let's green Adelaide together.
Hey, we're from West Studios. Let's green South Australia together. Hey, we're ACST. Let's green South Australia together.
Hi, we're the AILA Task Group. Let's green South Australia together.
Hello, I'm Charlotte. Let's green South Australia for future generations.
So wonderful to see all our members come together to collectively encourage greening in South Australia. Special thanks to Daryl Tien for leading this challenge. We look forward to sharing this message through our networks to amplify the important role we all play in creating and protecting greening in our state. We hope to see you all a bit later at the after party for a drink to continue celebrating our wonderful profession. Thanks to Buckford Illumination Group, Street Furniture Australia and Jeffries for hosting our after party this year. So now let's move on to the next announcement.
We now have the Small Projects category sponsored by Buckford Illumination Group. Projects in this category include those considered to be small in terms of size or budget. Projects are recognised that have been constrained by size or budget restrictions but have achieved a level of invention and creativity beyond those constraints. For this category, Chloe Organ removed herself from the deliberations due to conflicts of interest. The entries for this category include Living Streets program by the City of Unley, Victor Harbour Amphitheatre by Wax Design, Tuna Polar Plaza by Jensen Plus with the City of Port Lincoln. In the Small Projects category, you have a Landscape Architecture Award, and it goes to the Living Street program by the City of Unley. The Living Street program demonstrates how a collaborative approach with the community can result in local streets becoming places for people. The jury commended the City of Unley for achieving an engaging co-design process, balancing strategic aspirations and technical requirements, enabling small-scale changes with wider community benefits. Congratulations to the City of Unley and thank you to Buckford Illumination Group for sponsoring this category.
The next category is Gardens, and it is sponsored by Lawn Solutions Australia.
The people who created Sir Walter are revolutionising the turf industry. Lawn Solutions Australia. Aussie turf farmers creating beautiful greener environments across our country. Guaranteed premium turf varieties, lawn solution centres, advice and lawn care products. Lawn Solutions Australia, setting new standards in turf.
Projects in this category include constructed private and public gardens that contribute to the role and understanding of the garden in the contemporary society and culture. The entries in this category include Dulwich Garden by TCL, Tonsley Forests by Oxygen, Salt Win Garden by Oxygen. For this category, John Byleveld removed himself from the deliberations due to a conflict of interest.
I'm delighted to announce an Award of Excellence in the Gardens category goes to Salt Wind Garden by Oxygen. In recognition of Australian garden influences, the Salt Wind Garden receives an Award of Excellence for boldly bucking the trend. The jury commended how this project promotes a garden philosophy that has rigorously grasped the local condition and context. This includes masterfully using endemic planting and materials to enhance the local physical and cultural context. Congratulations to Oxygen, and thank you to Lawn Solutions Australia for sponsoring this category.
The next category is Cultural Heritage, and it is sponsored by the Office for Design and Architecture, South Australia. Projects in this category are constructed projects or strategies for the restoration, conservation or management of significant landscapes that demonstrate a tangible physical outcome. The project may recognise and reconcile the natural and cultural values of communities and the landscape in which they are placed. The entries for this category are Barossa Adventure Station by Birdseye Studios, Victor Harbour Amphitheatre by Wax Design.
In the Cultural Heritage category, I'm delighted to announce a Landscape Architecture Award goes to the Victor Harbour Amphitheatre by Wax Design. The Victor Harbour Amphitheatre demonstrates how the landscape architecture profession provides leadership in facilitating the inclusion of Aboriginal cultural heritage within a significant public space. The jury acknowledged the collaborative efforts of the project team, including the City of Victor Harbour, community stakeholders, and Narrandjeri and Ramangeri custodian Auntie Phyllis Williams. Congratulations Wax Design, and thank you to Odessa for supporting this category. Our next category tonight is tourism. Projects in this category are constructed or strategic projects that demonstrate excellence in landscape design and demonstrate a tangible contribution to tourism either nationally or in the local region that significantly enhances the profile of the area. The entry for this category includes Barossa Adventure Station by Birdseye Studios. The jury has decided not to give an award in this category.
We now have the Landscape Planning category, proudly sponsored by Street Furniture Australia. Projects in this category are constructed or strategic projects and including strategic design and guiding policy documents and visual assessments for urban development, residential and planned communities, local community and rural or regional planning. The entries for this category are the Aldinga Framework Plan by City of Onkaparinga, Suburb Improvement Program Review, Greening Onkaparinga by City of Onkaparinga. For this category, Janelle Arbon removed herself from the deliberations due to the conflict of interest.
There are 2 awards for the Landscape Planning category, and the first is a Landscape Architecture Award, and it goes to the Aldinga Framework Plan by the City of Onkaparinga. The Aldinga Framework Plan is a persuasive planning tool that ensures advanced key stakeholder awareness of potential development outcomes and increases Onkaparinga Council's ability to benefit their community. The plan achieves this by bringing together known information about the Aldinga region. It identifies key issues and opportunities to ensure that large-scale greenfield developments provide high-quality design outcomes, including plentiful open spaces and functional streetscapes. Congratulations to the City of Onkaparinga. I'm delighted to announce the second award for the Landscape Planning category is an Award of Excellence, and it goes to the Suburb Improvement Program Review, Greening Onkaparinga by the City of Onkaparinga. The Suburb Improvement Program Review demonstrates Council's ability to implement a detailed assessment of tree canopy cover, urban heat island mapping and social vulnerability in a highly graphic and digestible document which supports the most disadvantaged people within the community. The Suburb Improvement Program Review is an exemplar of both process and outcome for local and national councils. Congratulations again to the City of Onkaparinga, and thank you to Street Furniture Australia for supporting this category.
We will now move on to the urban design category, supported by Jefferies. Projects in this category are constructed or strategic projects that demonstrate how the design, construction management and built outcome contributes to the well-being of the urban setting through the improvement of social interaction, economic activity, livability, accessibility and safety. The entry for this category is Design King William by City of Unley with Outer Space Landscape Architects and BMD Group.
I'm delighted to announce we have an Award of Excellence in the Urban Design category, and it goes to Design King William by the City of Unley with Outer Space Landscape Architects and BMD Group. Design King William sets a new benchmark in strategic co-design and community engagement, transforming an existing retail strip into a stunning, people-centred high street. The result is a state-of-the-art street for the 21st century that offers a beautiful tree-lined boulevard with seamlessly integrated shared zones supported by smart technology. Congratulations to the City of Unley with Outer Space Landscape Architects and BMD Group, and thank you to our category partner, Jefferies.
The next category is the Student Future Leader Award, proudly sponsored by the University of Adelaide. It recognises achievement in design, planning, communications and research that is based upon the development and innovative, creative and practical solutions to landscape architectural challenges. I'm delighted to showcase the record number of students' nominations for the University of Adelaide, including Claire Morford-Waite, Stephanie Clutterbuck, Azradin Colthard, Samantha Gotacumbra, Stephanie Pope, Kai Hung Jo. And now let's find out who the winner is. Congratulations goes to Claire Morford-Waite for receiving the 2021 Student Future Leader Award. Claire's final dissertation demonstrates well-organised, precise and systematic primary research with tangible outcomes for the benefit of users as well as the immediate landscapes. In her study, Claire embarked on the difficult task of conducting independent research on the deceptively simple topic of public toilets. Claire is also an active and enthusiastic participant in Sailor Fresh and continuously seeks to expand her knowledge by actively travelling to observe South Australian places to experience and investigate and understand our landscape. Claire is a worthy recipient of the Future Leader Award. Congratulations, Claire, and thank you to the University of Adelaide for sponsoring this award, including $500 prize money.
And finally, our last award tonight is the 2021 People's Choice Award. A big thanks to Carl from Carl Heine's Wholesale Nursery for sponsoring this great award. We have profiled the profession far and wide through this public-focused award. The health and education landscapes, play spaces, parks and open space, tourism and civic landscape categories were nominated for this award, and the projects include the Ghana Learning Circle and Garrawira Parry Nuncle University of Adelaide Northern Campus redevelopment by Oxygen, Walker Place by Wax Design, Wilfred Taylor Reserve Nature Play Space by the City of Onkaparinga and Peter Semple Landscape Architects, Wrigley Reserve Play Space and Fitness Hub by JPE Design Studio, Macaulay Community School by Swanbury Penglace, Pembroke Middle School redevelopment by Wax Design, Woodcroft College ELC Outdoor Learning Area by Swanbury Penglace, the Grove Education Centre Inclusive Play Space by Designwell Landscape Architects, Taylor Riverfront Precinct by Jensen Plus with Renmark Paringa Council, And finally, Barossa Adventure Station by Bird's Eye Studios. And now over to Carl Heine from Heine's Wholesale Nursery to announce this year's People's Choice winner. Over to you, Carl.
Thank you all for entering the SA Grown People's Choice Award. We are particularly proud to be sponsoring this award, knowing that the winner is chosen by you, the people of South Australia. Congratulations again to all the AILA entrants. I greatly admire the passion you have for delivering real, tangible projects that quite literally provide health and well-being to all people. I am delighted to announce that the 2021 SA Grown People's Choice Award goes to Woodcroft College ELC Outdoor Learning Area by Swanberry Penglaze. This is such a fantastic project that highlights the real value of connecting with nature in educational settings.
The Woodcroft College ELC Outdoor Learning Area is a landscape solution that melds the natural landscape, civil engineering solutions and flexible teaching platforms. The project's innovative outcome is the display of an engineering design required to store 100 cubic metres of water. An above-ground swale and dry creek bed anchors the space and creates a varied educational platform which mimics the natural water cycles of the Onkaparinga River.
Congratulations to Swanberry Penglaze. The winner of the tailored SA Grown Tree and Shrub Garden Package to the value of $1,000 is Dale Sutton. Congratulations, Dale. We'll be in touch with the details for claiming your prize. Congratulations.
Well, that's a wrap. Congratulations to tonight's winners and thank you to everyone who entered the awards program in 2021. The awards demonstrate once again the power of our profession and the work that we do, the work where we live, the work that we fight for, importantly, the work that we advocate for. Acknowledgement and indeed congratulations goes to all the clients and leaders who engage landscape architects, often having a little bit of an idea of what we do, and as you can see from tonight's award winners and our nominees, they now know a lot more about the value we provide. So to our clients and supporters, I say thank you. Thank you again to all our VIPs and industry guests for watching this evening. And I'd like to thank a number of people who have made tonight possible. My co-host, Chloe Organ, well done Chloe.
Thank you.
Paul Hertzik, proud Ghana, Nuttajeri man, and Tamaroo, proud Ghana and Narunga man. Our fabulous jury, led by Vice President Janelle Arbon, with Nick Pearson, Tara Graham-Cochrane, Greg Grabasch, Chloe, Andrew Wallace, or the Continental as he's known, and John Byleveld. The amazing exec team for reimagining the awards for a second year in a row in extraordinary circumstances. Nick Pearson, Vice President, Janelle Arbon, Vice President, Simon Lee, Steph Rogers, David Guy, Karina Green, Beck Connolly, Rachel Roberts, Morris Wang, and of course, Chloe.
Thank you also to the awards task group, Daryl Tien, Kate Ellsworthy and Laura Johnson. Our fabulous AV team from NW Group who have guided us through the technical online format, Mario, Wes and the camera crew. And our wonderful and amazing state manager, a big cheer for Sally Bolton, AILA SA chapter manager who we just couldn't live without. A final thanks to our national and local partners who continue to strengthen our profession through their support. Please continue to enjoy the evening and celebrate tonight's achievements. A big congratulations to all of the winners tonight. Lastly, before we wrap up, a big thank you to Daniel for co-hosting and for your leadership as AILA SA President over the last 2 years. We look forward to announcing and welcoming a new executive team at the ACM in late July. That concludes our event and we look forward to seeing you all at the after party at Jack and Jill's 121 Peary Street from 6:30 p.m. Good night.
Good night.